Hello everybody. So I thought I found something today and I wanted to share this information with you, and it's about the bill that just got passed by the Senate, the SESTA-FOSTA bill, who's supposedly wanting to help against sex trafficking, but it's causing way more harm. It's actually putting people's lives in danger. Okay, so they will try to censor people that are actually infringing on people's rights and liberty. I'm pretty sure that it's not constitutional, but we'll see what happens. So, okay, so SESTA is affecting all sex workers, and SESTA is the reason why Skype, Gmail, and only some platforms, but Skype and Gmail is for like the general public, for all of us. More companies will surely follow suit, so they will change their policies. So right now, even you don't need to be a sex worker. Like, even couples cannot do explicit shows or use pornographic language. You can't even write, let alone show anything. You can't even write certain words. So you can't use pornographic language on Skype, and people can't talk on Xbox, on Tinder, and Grindr may also be affected. Like, you're not allowed to, talk about explicit or use some certain words. It's censorship at all levels for everyone, and this is happening very fast right now. Okay, so the story that I wanted to share with you guys, it's from a sex worker. I will link her profile below the video, her story, but I will read it to you in case you don't want to read. You can listen to me. So her story, it's about a guy. Wait, if I can find it. Okay, I think I found it. So she met this guy. Wait, where the guy? Where is that thread? Okay, I got it. So her thread. Now I'm quoting her. I wonder how many politicians who voted for either FOSTA or SESTA have sex work related skeletons in their closet, who most likely voted out of malice instead of virtuous intent. I know at least one who does. You see, several years ago, I had a client by the name Tom Athens. I've never heard of him, but he bragged that he was the Sean Hannity of liberal talk radio, a millionaire, he said. This man also bragged about his encounter with sex workers and his addiction to us. Tom Athens wanted me to blackmail him, as in making him to do humiliating things and then playfully extort money out of him. Many clients enjoy engaging in blackmail as fantasy only, but he was insistent. He began divulging personal information without me ever asking for it. I did not want to blackmail Tom. I don't do real blackmail. It's obviously very illegal. But Tom kept talking. He talked about his ex-wife, a long-time Democratic senator by the name of Debbie Stabenow. Debbie Stabenow was very upset when in 2008 came to their hometown. Then her then husband Tom was caught up in a prostitution sting. Tom claimed she wasn't a prostitute but a dominatrix, but to the cops and the media and his wife it was all the same. Tom and Debbie got divorced 2 years later, but Tom kept wanting to punish Debbie. He said he was intent on humiliating her by going to see more sex workers. That's why he was telling me this. He said his addiction to dominating young girls was more important than his Debbie. Unsurprisingly, Debbie Stabenow, a Democratic from Michigan, co-sponsored SESTA, the very same bill that will take away rights and liberties from the very sex workers that her ex-husband used to see. She knew the danger it would pose, and she liked it. Debbie isn't stupid. She knew what SESTA would do to sex workers. After all, Debbie Stabenow graduated magna cum laude with a master's in social work, of all things, and has been in high-level politics for 40 years. We can't blame her decision on ignorance. If petition rallies and death of our sex worker friends don't help them see the light, then we have to go the stormy route and air out these politicians' dirty laundry. Why would they vote or co-sponsor such a heinous bill that would harm so many innocent people? Well, it's personal grudges. Okay, now another case that I found out from another person, another sex worker, I think. Her name is Shawnee Hunt. Okay, now I'm gonna quote from their article that they post in their blog. Okay, so when an ordinary person is angry at someone or some group of people, there isn't a whole lot she can do about it, sort of launching a personal attack. If that anger settles into her soul and rots into a vendetta, she might dedicate her time, energy, and money to slandering her enemies. If she's a narcissistic sociopath, she might even lie to the cops and in order to send them after those enemies. And if she's also wealthy, she can pay off officials to turn her personal vendetta into a full-fledged crusade. Shawnee Hunt is all these things. She's a morally wrapped multi-billionaire with a personal vendetta against whores, and through her organization that is called Demand Abolition, has been one of the chief architects of sex trafficking hysteria. She has even bankrolled an immense series of sting operations with the heaviest activity in Chicago and Los Angeles. Hunt's bile is mostly directed towards clients and imaginary pimps, but she hates whores every bit as much as she hates men. It's simply not politically correct for her to admit it. Her organization, called Nation Strategy, spells out the reason for the lie quite clearly. A quote, framing from the campaign's key target as sexual slavery might garner more support and less resistance, while framing the campaign as combating prostitution may be less likely to mobilize similar levels of support and to stimulate stronger opposition. In other words, Hunt's advisors understand that popular support for busybody interference in the lives of consenting adults is waning, and they saw the growing moral panic as an effective Trojan horse for a crusade against the whores. Despite the demonstrable fact that women are victimized by her sponsored programs, the propaganda machine continues to roll just as it does everywhere. The Swedish poison is sold, and the lies are piled higher and deeper with each successive press release. Okay, so yeah, so this was her. Okay, let me see who's this. Shawnee. Okay, so get some more information about her. Shawnee Hunt. Man, this is fucking ridiculous. Okay, is Illinois lecturer in public policy at Harvard University, is the founding director of the Women for Public Policy program at the Kennedy School, and is a former United States ambassador to Austria. She's a Democrat. She's in Man, like a lot of fucking hypocrites in this Democratic Party. I mean, not that Republicans are not like the Republicans are the kings and queens of hypocrites, but like the Democrats are really wanting some competition in the hypocrisy area. So yeah, man, like this was just, oh my god, this is awful. Like this is awful. These are the people who make the rules. These are the people who, holy shit, I'm kidding. Like how many people these things affect? Like there are a lot of, it's their livelihood. It's how they support themselves. It's their job. It's their work. It's how they eat, how they raise their children, how it's what helps them live. And to take that away from them, and not necessarily take it away, but like put them in danger. They're already vulnerable. Sex workers are already a vulnerable category of people, and doing this would even endanger them even more. Like, people will die because of this. Holy shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a tarot reading now to see. I've done it before, it was really bad, but I'm gonna do it again, see what it shows. So I'm gonna do a tarot reading in how this bill will affect sex workers. I'll do it from their perspective. Man, it's horrible, and it's not now with this what's it called, with the censorship. It's gonna affect everybody, not just sex workers. It's gonna affect people's personal freedom. You cannot I don't know, have a hot and heavy session with your lover if you're long distance and you want to use Skype or something like this. You can't do that. It's forbidden. You can't on Gmail and all these platforms on internet. They're gonna censor anything sex related. So everyone will suffer from this, not just sex workers. But it's really sad that they go after these people, and people who are actively involved against sex trafficking. They're activists. They're working against sex trafficking. They come up and say that this is awful. Like, this bill, it does much more wrong than good. It does not tackle the problem. It doesn't do anything. It just makes things worse. Oh man. Really, I personally think that we should just get off the freaking stigma from sex. This is a remnant, like, from patriarchy. Shaming women when it comes to sex. You never see men being shamed for sex. Women are always the whores, the people who have to wear this stigma. It's fucking unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So I think we should just get out this mentality. Like, get rid of this freaking stigma and stop shaming sex workers. It's their choice. They should do whatever the freak they want with their bodies and with their lives. Who the fuck is anyone to say what they should choose for their own selves what they want to do, and they shouldn't be shamed for this. Like, this shaming, it comes from this patriarchy and from this women shaming. You never see a man to call a man a whore, a degenerate, or anything. It's always women. It's always women who have to suffer through this. And I'm not saying, like, there are a lot of men sex workers probably, or transgender, or any of this. There are a lot of them that are also suffering with this, but it's mostly women who are being stigmatized and shamed for this. And it's got to stop. And these fuckers with this bill, they're dragging people back behind. Instead of progressing, and instead of getting better, instead of getting more enlightened, we're going backwards. We're going freaking backwards. Like, what's it to you if someone wants to have sex and be paid for it? Like, what's it to you? How does that affect your life? Really? And why should you have to impose your views on them? They should do whatever the freak they want with their lives. And it's like, oh god, it's like, I'm so angry when I'm thinking about this. Like, actual people are put in danger because of this. People are going to die. I was watching, there was I think on CNN, Stormy Daniels' friend, I think Alana Evans or something like this, and she says something to the person who was interviewing her. She says something like, girls like me disappear all the time. And it looked like she was like, when she said this, I could see the pain in her eyes, and this, like, they're freaking victimized, and we should stand up for them. Like, even if we're not affected by any of this, like, we should all stand up for what is right. And this bill that they're passing, this is censorship that will affect everyone, not just sex workers. Anyway, so let's get on with the tarot. How will this affect sex workers? They're at the crossroads now. Money, poisoning, offer. They have to change. They keep. They're at the crossroads. So right now, at this present moment, it maybe didn't hit them hard enough, but they're at the crossroads, and many of them are changing and thinking of changing plans so that they can balance out by this, like keep some sort of a balance. But there's some change that needs to happen, and they're at the crossroads. This is the money idea, their livelihood. They're worried about their livelihood. The King of Pentacles, money. And this offer, I don't know, this could be like the SESTA is offered like, hey, this is something good, but it's actually like a cup with a snake in it. It's a sneaky, shady bill offer. Let's see in the future. Let's go more in the future. About this SESTA-FOSTA thing. How things look a bit further in the future. So right now they're at the crossroads. They do worry about their livelihood. They're under the guise of helping, it's actually harming. The cup with the snake in it. Many of them are trying to change the way they do things. I don't know. Let's see in the future. I'm so freaking pissed about this. Like, people are so small-minded and ignorant. Like, it's oh my god. Like, for me, what looks like common sense, it seems like it's fucking rocket science for other people. Like, why is it so hard to understand? Why is it so hard? Like, oh god. So they're fighting back. It's a block in the road. They're gonna have to be. I got this card again. The strength. They have to be strong. They gotta get a lot of backlash. They're block stocks. It's a lot of block. They want justice. They want justice, but I don't think it'll happen too soon. There's a block in the road. They're attacking it. They're attacking. There's the block in the road, but they're stuck, and they're gonna have to be strong because there's a lot of backlash against them. This is the malice and the evil intent of people for their personal vendettas, of those that are in power and have the power to decide. Let's go even further in the future. Will it be somehow annulled? Will it be somehow, what will happen? Will they successfully fight against it? Will they like achieve something? Because they will be fighting back. They're fighting back. Oh man, so when they do bills like this, they should consult the freaking sex workers. Like, when they do pass laws, like, consult the people that are affected by this. But they're not doing this out of ignorance. They're doing this out of malice. Maybe some of them are doing it out of ignorance, but a lot of them are doing it out of malice. They get support. They want the truth. They want justice. They get support. Something is ending. Something is shifting, but it will take a while. So I think that, yeah, they will be able to overturn this, to overcome this, because they have support, but it will take a while. This Hangman, and it's like the Hangman. Somehow I see this as changing the vision. See, it's upside down. It's seeing the world up from another perspective. So they will change their vision and how they see things. There's a sudden shift because they get support and they fight for the truth. They will end it. So I think it will be, in the end, it will be. But I'm not sure how long it will take. I think it will take quite a while. It's not gonna happen too soon. So this will have like devastating effects for a while, until they fight against it, until they manage to fight against it. Let's see, one more. Get some clue. How will this thing be defeated? How will some more clues about what will happen. Oh man, this sucks. I feel sorry for the people that are, who depend on this. It's their livelihood. Or who are in danger by this, who are put in danger because of this, who have to die because of this. Like, people don't realize. Fucking hypocrites everywhere. I'm so sick and tired of them. Hypocrites. Values my ass. Stuck, they'll be stuck. Maybe this is feminine. The feminine energy. Moving on. Yeah, I think it will be changed legally. I see this like legal thing. The feminine energy will push through, will get back the flow and move away. They were stuck for a while, so this will be for a while. This will have negative effects on people, and they will move on forward. The feminine, it will happen. With the feminine energy behind it. It will get unstuck eventually. Will move away from this. So I think in long term it will be repealed, but it will wreak havoc. It will have some negative effects until it's, I don't know how you repeal, or I don't know how you call it. So yeah, man, this was my rant about this and also the reading. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna link all the information below and a petition also if you'd like to sign. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you later. Bye bye.